hit record. Okay. Yeah, so welcome. I admittedly have recorded this now like 6 times. Hopefully this is the last. But basically, I just want to give an introduction as to who I am and the community, the space I aim to create with Unframed, what it is, blah, 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 blah. So yes, I started Unframed when I was about 18. Initially, I needed a home to store all of my creative content, my photography, because I knew I wanted to do some type of visual photography, visual media. So that's where I started. And I initially needed a space to serve as my portfolio, really. And I had a website and I chose my name because I was 18. And then I also wanted something to kind of represent the stories that I was aiming to tell. So I think at the time, trying to figure out who I was, I felt like, I don't really know how well I fit in. I felt a little just othered at times. And so I came up with the name Unframed, and I was like, I want to tell stories of people who feel that way. And throughout college, I kind of leaned into more like taking more photography and capturing more photos than videos, which I really was into documentation, documentaries. But I did end up taking more photos and videos, partially because I was trying to figure out a way to make like some supplemental income while I was in college. But I also then really fell in love with photography, and I strayed away from film a little bit just because with photography, it felt at the time more tangible. You know, I could use my camera, take a photo, edit it, and being a photographer, a videographer is a very expensive, / privileged career path. So yeah, I leaned into more photography because it, like I said, it felt more tangible. I didn't have all the equipment I felt I needed at the time to create video. So over time, my portfolio grew. I continued working on my business, my artistry under the guise of Ashley Unframed. And as you know, time had really gone on, I felt a little embarrassed to share like that name. I felt it was cringy, if you will, but it's something that I've poured so much into, and I have really come to realize that the Unframed bit was me trying to express the desire to tell stories with people who have felt unheard or misrepresented, or I don't even want to say othered, but just like when I think about a version of my younger self, I'm like, okay, constantly comparing to others, feeling like the path that I was building and taking for myself didn't look like everybody else's. And so maybe I was doing something wrong, right? But through photography and through working with so many people, you know, there's a lot of conversation. And I realized like we all kind of just feel that way. Like, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? Is this what it's supposed to look like? Is this what it's supposed to feel like? And it's allowed me to realize that a lot of the things that I'm feeling and I'm thinking, I see that other people are feeling and thinking too. So that's really kind of the space I aim to create, is a space of community where people come together and they feel like it's okay to lean into their own visual identities and their own path, and recognizing that what is theirs, and you know, what's meant for you will always be, and that each of our paths are unique. And I want that to serve Unframed to serve as a place of representation and recognition of everybody's individualism. Yeah, so that's, you know, kind of about the brand, the business, the me that I'm building. It's really a reflection of me and the different versions of me, and as I've grown and just constantly evolving and writing these like little mental notes to my younger self, of encouragement, of like, and I see you, girl, we got this, like, you know. So yeah, I'm really trying to build more of a community, more of a presence, and put a face to the work that I've dedicated myself to creating. And this is, you know, why I'm here right now in front of this camera, awkwardly talking about Unframed and myself and my journey. And I hope to continue to share more of that through, you know, video, or photos or whatever. And so I want you to continue looking for me, continue connecting with me. If you are interested, maybe you'll become interested. Subscribe to my YouTube, or you can follow me on Instagram, Instagram and TikTok for now. We shall see how I feel about that. But and Pinterest is a big one where I feel I'm very consistent and I feel my most free self. Yeah, I hope to continue making more content about me as a person, me as an artist, and you know, some motivational topics. I have a really cool series I'm working on, the Unframed series, which I talk a little bit about in another video. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, that I'm doing things that are very uncomfortable for me, that I'm sharing parts of myself that I find very difficult. But yeah, hopefully you continue to tune in and come along, and hopefully I can continue to grow this community, because that's what I want to do. All right, thank you, goodbye. Okay.